the Doghouse.
Well, I think I'm going to be.
Oh no! What have or haven't you done?
No, well, I have done, and then I've got Briar's regret afterwards.
Briar's regret? What's that?
Briar's regret. That's where you star in The Good Life for 30 years and don't miss out on bigger roles.
Go on.
Well, it's I've got to be a little bit quiet so she doesn't hear because it hasn't arrived yet. But I've bought a Valentines card on a large website that's well known for such things.
Right.
And it's a bit of a jokey one. And at the time, it seemed really funny. But it...
What is it?
It sort of plays into the idea of flatulence.
Is it a card that farts?
No, it's not. But it's a tricky one, really. I don't know whether I should have done it. The main theme is "You are the wind beneath my duvet." With the comment either side saying, "You're breathtaking." No, you're breathtaking.
That's funny. When you've been married for as long as you have, that's appropriate.
It will be coming with some flowers, but
that is funny.
I'm not sure whether I'll get into trouble for that or not.
That is funny. I like it. I like it a lot. Find out on next week's show, folks, whether Simon is still married or not. Have you bought any? Okay, that's good.
I was just going to say I have shoveled my way out of Doghousery by insisting that my wife takes a little getaway as a little R&R. She had a number of tough. She's had a tough 5 or 6 months with works and projects and stuff. So I've insisted that she go and get a little her time for a long weekend.
Nice.
So that is putting me back
many points.
It's putting me back into the Doghouse. Not that it's been stated.
Yeah.
But I suspect that's going to work that way. But I have a little to talk about that in a later section. In the shed in Miss Dad Ventures, a little bit about how that shows that I know I'm not in the Doghouse.
That reminds me, I haven't really told people what's coming up in the show.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Blimey. And we're halfway through. What is coming up in the show today, Tom?
Me?
I can do it if you want.
Yeah,
in the
please.
show today, folks, we talk about Simon and Tom's birthday. We have a justification minute or two. We have what is the best Valentine's gift that you've bought for your partner. And as ever, we've got a bit of Miss Dad Ventures coming up and lots of excellent fun stuff. So we'll see what happens. We don't really know what's happening. As you all know, we've literally escaped from our wives for about 30 minutes, if that. And yes, I have remembered to set the timer, incidentally. And so we've just got to see how we get on. So we better crack on and have a bit of fun and go segue into Justification Minute, mate.
We're quite literally going into Justification Minute there, boy.
Let's
go. Let's rock.
Justification Minute.
Completely forgot the choreography.
do it again.
So has gone completely out of the window.
Do it again.
The show's gone out the window.
We need to write down, just for notes for the future shows, in the opening section, we need to introduce everybody and we need to say what's in the show.
Yes.
Just as a reminder, because it's not fair to Christian to have to remember it.
I've got it written down here, to be fair.
It's not fair for Christian to do his job.
Sorry, I'm still learning. I'm an apprentice.
He's on the job learning. He's a junior anchor.
A janker, if you will. Anyway.
Right, here goes the choreography. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Justification Minute.
I went the wrong way.
All right,
I was watching you guys.
It's not the first time. Right, anyway, is there a justification minute this week? What's going on? I've got one, actually, and Tom's probably got several.
Take it away.
Well, I've got an interesting one, actually. So I'm digging some flower beds in the garden to make it look lovely. And the challenge that I have, and most people have, who don't really fully understand what flowers to put where and so on, because you've got to get the right flowers in the right place, sun, shade, and all that kind of stuff. And inevitably, you either buy too much flowers, so you overdo it, and then it grows and it looks crazy, or you don't buy enough. So I found this company called Garden on a Roll. Garden on a Roll, mate.
Really?
Yeah, and they've got 8 flower beds that you choose between, and you put in how the width, so how many meters you want, so 1 to 10 meters, let's say.
Right.
And then you have a 40 centimeter, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 120 centimeter border depth. And then you choose what type of border. So you might want an English country garden flower bed, or a wild flower bed, or a shady or non-shady, blah blah blah. And then they send it to you all packed up and ready to go. And what's very clever is it comes with a biodegradable mat that you lay out, and it's all laid out where to put the plants, and the plants are lettered from A to Z. And then you just literally dig the hole, put them there, and then it comes with topsoil and whatnot. Water it, Bob's your uncle, and about a year later, because they've got to grow, you get the full effect. And that way, you're not wasting plants, and you've got the expertise of a professional garden designer doing the work for you, but at a fraction of the cost.
That's a really interesting concept. I like that a lot, actually. I think
Garden
well
on a roll.
justified.
And do you know what? I wasn't going to tell anyone about it because everyone would be looking at it going, that's an amazing flower border. I bought 4 flower borders, and I wanted to claim as though I knew what I was doing, but I don't actually. But it's such a great idea. I thought I'd share it with the world. So there you go.
Did you do the thing when you're talking to the guy who comes to set it up, and you'd be like, yeah. So what I would do is this.
Just
over that. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I do. Or you told her, I do a lot of the gardening now, but I haven't got the time now.
Exactly that.
Because when you've got a Cockney plumber round, we all go a little bit Cockney. Oh yeah, no, nice one. Yeah. You want to get the faucet to it, but. So when you get a gardener, do you suddenly start talking about
all right, me bubber.
Hello, Bob. Let's see if we can have a bit of. Let me prune your edges first, and then I'll
dig that hole. In fact, I had 10 bags of shit turn up today. Bought a load of manure. That's got to be a justification. I live in the middle of the countryside, and my immediate neighbour is an equestrian centre, and yet I bought and ordered 10 bags of manure from Wix.
But you didn't just go around and shovel it into the back of your Porsche SUV.
Exactly. Well, I should have done. Anyway, that's my justification.
Will we be out there pricking out very soon then?
I will be pricking out. I was going to be pricking out today, but Susan wasn't available, and that was not a joke. She wasn't available. I need her help. So there we go. Anyway, that's my justification. Tom, what is your justification, please, this week?
I think we've got better things to do today than go on my justification, because I just realised I don't. It's here and unboxed, ready to be unboxed, but I just realised I don't have scissors. I won't be able to get into it. So let's save that for a future.
We'll segue.
Yeah,
it will segue, and we'll
straight into. Let's see if I can remember what I'm going to play on this one. It's time for Best in Show.
Thank you very much. So, what Best in Show are we talking about this week, Tom?
Well, today, what with it being February, whatever the date is, that's February the 12th.
It's the 12th.
Today.
Yeah,
it's the 12th. I hope we've all ordered a fantastic or exciting gift or experience for our loved ones, whatever gender or location they may be.
Yes.
And we're going to justify who's done the best one.
And don't forget to put in the comments what you've bought and give us ideas, because we're pretty shonky at them. You've heard mine, so I'm going to leave it over to you, your boys.
Well, I haven't got anything, and I know it's a really bad excuse, but my excuse is that we're in lockdown and I can't get out to get anything, and which is true. That's true.
Apart from the whole of the internet.
Well, yeah, but I've left it too late now.
Yes.
And
apart from a caravan-sized smoker barbecue, you could get a caravan-sized smoker barbecue, but he can't get a gift.
I know. Well, actually, this isn't a euphemism, but we bought a load of meat for Valentine's Day, which we're picking up tomorrow. So
excellent.
In fact, we bought a tomahawk steak. I don't know if you know what a tomahawk steak is. Do you?
That's what she said.
So tomahawk steak, it's like this big with a big bone on it, and yeah.
That's what she said.
I'm looking forward to having that on Valentine's Day. So, no, I haven't got anything. I've got 2 cards, because one of the cards I deemed, or Susan might deem, not romantic enough. So to back me up, I came up with a romantic card as
Good
well,
plan.
just to be a safe.
Back me up.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, set your timer. Set the timer for me. Give me my minute.
Oh, right,
my amazing Valentine's gift.
Ready to go.
I've done nothing. I'll be honest with you. Genuinely, I've done nothing. We don't really do much on Valentine's, and yeah. So I might be heading very swiftly straight back into the doghouse again. But in my defence, Your Honour,
yes,
I shan't be seeing my wife on Valentine's Day because she shall be away having some alone time for herself, some R&R time.
Oh, actually, you actually serious? She's actually going away. Is that allowed in the United States of America?
Well, she's going within state, but she's going down to the shore because.
Interesting, but that's allowed out of interest because in the United Kingdom currently,
not allowed.
Just for historical accuracy, we're not allowed to go anywhere.
We're not in that level of lockdown in New Jersey.
Okay.
So, did you pay for her to go?
That's a hard question because.
Oh, where's the sound effect?
We have. Let's put it this way: I'm paying the price of her being gone.
Nice. I needed to.
I love that.
Yes.
Have you got the kids, by the way, or have you?
I'm sending her away with the kids for some R&R.
No, I thought you might have sent them off to their grandparents or something.
And this is a nice segue as well in that you're in the Wife's Good Books because of that, which is good. Because, and just to put on the record, Mrs. Selwood has given us permission to go to Las Vegas, the three of us, to have a weekend away, hasn't she? Which is fantastic. So we're just marking that down. And so, listeners to In the Doghouse, we have no money. We're very poor because we have families to feed. And so, with your subscription, which is free, with you clicking and liking and telling your friends about us, we'll be able to gather enough dollars to maybe buy an ice cream in Las Vegas. So if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Tell your friends.
And we promise to film it. We will do.
Oh yes,
we'll film edit, a Doghouse edit in Las Vegas.
The Hangover will have nothing on us.
I will take my GoPro and it will go everywhere with us. On my chest, the Duffer's chest cam.
There'll be a lot of editing, and we'll all be married to one another by the end of it, no doubt.
And after a couple of hours, you'll get seasick because it'll be a constant swaying motion.
Yeah, like that. In the Doghouse, we would be in the dog. Imagine if we actually went to Vegas without telling anyone, and that would be proper in the Doghouse. That would be a classic episode. That would.
Right. Anyway, we need to move on because
there was very little best in show there. In fact, it was mostly a race to the bottom. Let's move straight to the shed.
Yeah, that's right. Men in the shed.
All right.
Right.
So we're going to start off with our usual regular sub-feature in the shed of Missed Adventures. And something occurred to me today because I knew I wasn't in the doghouse with Madame, my better half, through something silly, which was nice. And I just thought, what's the last thing you did that was silly or goofy? You know, something that's just whimsical and silly. What was the last thing you did that
Mine was my haircut.
So, your hair looks good though. To be fair, that looks good.
I went full 1 millimeter. Went full GI Joe. Went full Marine on it. Just when you get to that stage where you can't get to a hairdresser, and I just said, right, I'm growing the beard. I'm shortening the hair. That's
nice.
If I could do a tattoo myself, I'd have probably done that as well.
So it's less a mohawk and as a moap hawk.
A mohawk. A mohawk. I did buy a new chair as well, which
Oh, you did get one in the end, did you?
Yes.
That's justification.
No,
How do you
not
not-
really. Not really. I needed a new chest. There's no justification. But the problem is, and here's a bit of advice. I know we're going into dad advice later on financial matters, but a bit of advice. Don't buy a chair online without sitting in it first.
Oh no, classic mistake. Is it?
All right, but
It doesn't look big enough. It doesn't look
Yes.
big enough for your
it's
ample
built.
ass.
It's built in the place that many things are built in, and it's built for the peoples of that place.
Okay, understand.
Nice. Children.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not too bad. Actually, it is very adjustable. But when I sat in it at the beginning of the show, I sat in it rather robustly,
Yeah.
and it did make a sound which I didn't like. It may not last the week.
So it's a
Next up.
temporary.
Next up. Next feature.
Yeah, one of those.
I thought it was Elmo then.
Yeah. Ah! No.
You know what you should do, Tom, is draw a face on your forehead and then just do the whole show.
Frown like that.
Yeah. So all we can see is your forehead.
Thanks for that. Well, there's plenty of room on it. Due to the lack of eyebrows. I found a picture the other day of my old eyebrows and I got sad and wistful.
Oh, what's happened to your eyebrows? Now that you pointed it out, you're right. You haven't got any eyebrows.
Listen,
Too much light.
if it was a toss-up between my wife and my eyebrows, I'm glad my eyebrows left me rather than my wife. Let's put it that
fair
way, and
enough.
that's about as far as it goes.
Fair, well, that's why Zoom has the eyebrow function that you can add eyebrows.
Yes, or just get a pencil. I got an eyebrow pencil here somewhere.
No, I can add them in. But here's the thing, Mr. Billette.
Yes.
I'm interested in you because I knew Simon would probably do. Mind you, that wasn't the goofiest answer I was expecting, but.
No.
Simon's the kind of person who I suspect has some whimsy and some childlike charm to him occasionally. Mr. Billett, not sure about you. Have you? What was the last thing you did that was silly or whimsical? Whimsical. I've got two things.
It was back in 1998 when he greased up his feet.
I think the only whimsical thing that I've done is buy this bloody barbecue that I've used 3 times, and no, I've used it 4 times. No, I don't think I've done anything of whimsy. Recently.
Let me give you the example. So what I did. So the two things. Number one, I did something for the kids where my younger one suddenly was talking about her Elf on the Shelf, their Christmas elves.
Oh yeah.
Saying she said I miss them. She's like that. She's 7 years old. So I said, well, write them a letter. I got them to write them a letter. And I stuck it in the mailbox. And when they get home from school today, there's going to be a letter, return of mail, of a picture of the 2 elves on vacation.
Oh, that's nice.
Written in elfy handwriting and all the rest of it.
Very good.
So that was the first thing I did, but that's easy because I've got younger kids, so you tend to do that. But the other thing was, I was just coming home from having done a bit of exercise, and as I was driving up the road, I saw my wife pulling out of the driveway, and I basically pulled up and started hooting the horn really loudly and waving and flashing the lights. And she started doing the same.
Oh, no, really?
Well, no, but she joined in. Yeah, and it was a moment of whimsy. There was zero reason to do it.
Nice.
Do you see what I mean? It was like there was no reason to, but I just suddenly was excited and like, hey! I have no real reason.
You've gone snow mad with all the snow that you've had. You've gone mad.
What's the last whimsical thing you did, listener or viewer of the show? Did you ever?
Yes.
Do people do whimsical things? Because it was pretty.
Do people in America know the word whimsy? No, they would do. Whimsy is a very American.
More American than I would.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is. Yeah,
I don't think a lot of British people would use the word whimsy.
No.
The Pennsylvania world of whimsy.
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 Now with more toadstool houses.
Now let's stay with that in mind, because it'd be quite nice to check back in and see if there's anything whimsical been done, because I quite like a bit of whimsy, a bit of silliness, because I think it's a moment when particularly with your story, Tom, where you connect with somebody but on a really silly level, and I think that's a really nice moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
But moving on to the next portion of the show, I wanted to have a little chat about in the shed with the dads here and the fur daddy is the whole thing going on with retail shareholders and retail crypto coin holders.
Oh yeah.
Dadvice.
Advice. Advice. Nice. I was trying
What's
to.
That was like some kind of thrash metal. Dadvice.
Advice. Yes. So, actually, I've been doing it with my son. Sort of looking at the investments into crypto. Now, off the back of, you were going to sort of bring up the whole thing with PlayStop that's happened in America. There was a GameStop, sorry, not PlayStop. So, what's the feeling in America about all that?
What, cryptocurrency?
No, about the GameStop thing, which is
the GameStop thing. I think because we're going through a period of a little bit of anti-establishmentism.
Yeah.
I think, and I actually thought it was a great idea. I don't see why a hedge fund should be protected.
No.
Where from people, because what they're doing is specifically taking advantage of a market. But if somebody wants to take advantage of them, them's the risks. It's like I always say, if you're a lion tamer, I'm not going to be that sad if you get mauled by a lion, because that's kind of what you intend. That's the reason people watch you do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the risk.
Yeah.
That's what happens. And if you're going to play investments and throw a lot of money into it,
yeah,
them's the risks. So I was kind of all in favor of people messing everybody up, because it'll make everybody else stay in line a little bit more. And what the hedge funds were doing was specifically shorting a stock. I won't go into it why, but it's kind of a bit of a cynical move anyway.
Yeah, if you want to see a great film and related to this and know what a short is, watch The Big Short.
Mulan.
The Big Short.
The Big Short. It is with Steve Carell in a very serious role. It is a brilliant film. It's quite technical, but it's brilliant film.
And a true story.
About the American. Taking on from that, I started to get into crypto through my internet browser. So I am always fairly careful, because I have a web company. I'm fairly careful with my privacy. So I started using a browser called Brave, which was built by the guys who originally did Firefox. And the advantage of Brave is it automatically upgrades all pages to secure pages, and Brave. And you earn a little bit of their own cryptocurrency called BATs, or Basic Attention Tokens.
Nice.
Now, I've been doing this for a couple of years, and I didn't think anything of it. You just do it.
Basic savings. BS.
Yes, that's right. But without spending any money, I saved like 50 quid's worth of Basic Attention Tokens.
Over a year.
Over a year. And it's this cryptocurrency. Anyway, so I had that, and then I started to quite enjoy watching that go up and down like the markets. And then I decided to put a little bit of money into Bitcoin. Not a lot, 100 quid. I thought I'd put 100 quid into Bitcoin.
Can you do that? Can anyone do that then?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you had.
So you get there's several different ways of doing it. Digital wallets? I use Uphold, which is an app on the phone, and you can buy and sell currency. Crypto.
Okay. Yeah.
So I own a portion of a Bitcoin. Currently, a Bitcoin's running at about 35 grand.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So I have got £100 worth of a Bitcoin.
Right.
But I've got now 5 cryptocurrencies that I've traded in off that original £200 stake.
Right.
My current stake is worth £540.
Hence the new chair.
No, I haven't used that money. No, it sits there.
And a new haircut.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't spent any money. But here's the thing, right? Here's what's exciting. Okay, it's not get rich quick. A lot of people think it might be, and that's why a lot of people are getting into it at the moment. But what's nice about it is you can transact out of it at any point, so you can keep an eye on the markets. But what's quite nice about it is that Bitcoin started trading at 10 pence a coin.
Really?
And
when was that? Not too long ago.
That wasn't that long ago, about 10 years ago. Yeah, 8-10 years ago. Yeah. Now, Ether is another one, Ethereum. That was trading only a year ago at about £40, £30. It is now worth £1,315 a coin. Now, Brave browser, the BATs, when I started with those, they were worth about 3 pence a bat, roughly. They're currently worth 46 pence.
Wow, that's good.
He's on the road to nowhere. Oh, that was the wrong song. That was the wrong song.
Somewhere.
I was looking. Yeah, he's on the road to somewhere good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
quick.
I just find with no real stake in it, this is quite fun.
That might be the best consumer advice we've ever given on this show.
Quick side note of technical nature.
Side note.
Crypto is the name of Superman's dog. Thank you.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who knew Superman had a dog?
No.
Me! And his name's Crypto.
Funded.
Hey, good.
Very good.
Hey, here's a fun story to show what a great investor I am. I had to create a pension fund for myself because the way that it works in the US. But I created my little pension fund, set it up without realizing that I actually also had to invest the money. So I've been putting money into an account that sat there for 2 years with zero interest.
Oh no!
For 2 years without actually investing it anywhere.
Oh no!
Stonks.
But does that mean you've now got a pot of something that you can justify a justification minute with?
At least on
Vegas.
the plus side,
Tom can pay for our Vegas trip.
Excellent.
At least I didn't lose any money.
Okay.
Because money that you haven't invested won't go up, but nor will it go down. It'll just stay right there.
Let's take it to Vegas. We can gamble it away, and we might make money.
Well, I see the crypto as being a bit of a gamble because I mean it's very volatile. But if you keep an eye on it, I think you can make good money at it. It's like all the markets. If you spread your bets and it depends how risky it is. And if you're happy to lose the money, that's the other thing. If I'm put a lot of money into it, so that's fine. We're down to
I would say anytime you're looking to make quick money,
you would.
You may, but then you can also lose quick money.
Yes, there's a disclaimer.
If it's
Put it into
to be true, it probably is.
Put it into a non-investment, friends, and it'll stay the same.
Non-investment Tom.
Another jingle. All right, folks, that's all we've got time for this week, unfortunately.
No!
Because the wives are a call-in. We've got to get back, so we're not actually in the doghouse. But anyway, wishing you a great Valentine's Day. Treat your loved ones. Have fun. Let us know what you've done or are doing on Valentine's Day.
There's only you in my heart.
We'll see you in the next show.
That's right. And I wanted to send my love for you. My endless love.
I don't know what Tom's singing.